Hello and welcome to my low impact lower body workout. Today we will focus on isolated and compound exercises around the lumbo-pelvic-hip complex. You'll need to grab a stability ball, hip band, and a couple pairs of medium to heavy dumbbells. This is a perfect workout for a lower intensity day, so join me as we work towards stability and strength to move better.
All right, hello team. Thanks for joining me today. We're going to focus on lower body strength with some isolated work surrounding the hips. All right, so think some abduction work, some adduction, core, planks, that sort of thing. For the equipment today, I am going to be using a stability ball, a small ball here, which a deflated soccer ball might work, a soft foam roller will also work, and then I have a hip band as well. For the weights, we do have a couple exercises with some dumbbells. I'm going to be using maybe my 20 to 25s and possibly, a 30 or 35 as well. All right, so grab that stuff, kind of get it set up. We're going to move a little bit here. Let's just start with some butt kicks, pulling up. You can grab it and help by grabbing the ankle and pulling up if you need to, side to side. I'm going to take a few minutes just to move a little bit here and then work into some isolated strength. I know a lot of us, including myself, love that workout that's high energy, high burn. This is not that workout, but don't go away. This is necessary. These things we're doing today are necessary to keep you safe during those high energy, high burn, compound movements that you love showing up for, all right? So let's go ahead. We're going to scoop now. Bring that heel out. Just reach towards that, arms up and around, and scoop towards that other leg. We're just switching it out. Back and forth into that hamstring here. Nice work. Okay, I'm thinking about ice cream again. Every time we say scoop, it is my favorite food. Treat. Here we go. Scoop, scoop, scoop. Couple more. It starts to feel, you might go, first few times you might be at that shin or calf. As you move, you start to feel a little better and you go a little deeper. All right, we're going to work ourselves to the floor here on our hands in a quadruped position. Right down here at the floor, if you can see me, we are going to bring our right knee up to that elbow. We're going to circle out into that fire hydrant, up and around and back. Nice big circles. Ooh, we'll do a few here and we'll switch to the other side. Just opening up the hips. Give me one more. Holy moly, that feels good. All right, other side. Left knee in, out to the side in that fire hydrant. Let me turn around and show you. And back in. There we go. Up and around. Nice work. Woo. This is number 3. Let's go 2 more for me. 2 more. All right, nice work. That feels so good. Now we're going to stretch by bringing that right foot forward into a deep lunge. It may be hard to touch the floor here and get into this deep lunge. If so, just stay high with me in this half kneeling position. That's fine, all right? From here, we're going to give it a twist. So it's going to look like this with that extended leg. If you're at that bent knee, we're just going to come right here and twist, okay? Great, and then we're going to turn out to the other side. All right, in that extended position, we'll go up from the ground here and twist. If we're kneeling, we're just going to bring that elbow outside and give it a twist. If you can, you might decide you can extend here at this point. Good. Let's go to the other side and try that out. Same thing, nice deep lunge or half kneeling position with a little twist or a twist here. You got it. You're doing great. Don't be frustrated if you're not at this point. It takes some time and some work. Let's go on to the outside of that knee. Again, half kneeling here, maybe with that leg extended, or an arm down and an arm up. All right, good. We have 30 seconds. Let's give it a squat kick. Just sort of moving here a little bit before we go into some of those isolated exercises. So just up and down. And that kick can just be small. Here, it can be a little bit higher with a touch. You do you, modify, find your challenge today. This is gonna be a low impact workout, isolated exercises to improve your strength here. All right, first one's banded tap outs. We're gonna put this band on just above the knees. We're gonna get into a little bit of a quarter squat here. I want you to push out against that band, and we're gonna alternate that tap out here. Feeling the hips engage back and forth. Woo. All right, nice work. I love a good leg day. All right, this is not our intense day, but tell you why. The more stable we are in our hips, the better we're gonna be at our lunges and our squats or walking or running, whatever we're doing out there with that lower half of the body, and we're gonna be safer. Our knees are gonna be happier, all of that. 3, 2, and 1. Nice work. Take that off. It's like taking your pants off. Oh, no, don't think about that. All right, we're gonna come down. We have a dead bug, a little different than what we normally do. I want you to press the ball against your shins or your knees here with your hands. Give it some tension. You're gonna feel your ribs expand. Draw the belly button in and up. And then we're just going to lower that leg, one leg at a time. And then the other leg. We should not feel any lower back pain. So I want you to think about zipping, pulling in and zipping the belly button into the ribs. Ooh, there we go. Up and down. Good. So we're gonna inhale and exhale. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Nice work. All right, we're gonna go with some ball adduction. So we're gonna stay here. You can use your small ball, like the one I have there, or you can go with a bigger ball. I'm gonna go with a bigger ball for a little more tension here. All right, and we're just gonna hug that ball with our inner thighs and then release. And we're gonna hug, and this isn't a quick pulse. I want you to hug and give it a 1, 2, and release. 2, 2, release. 3, 2, release. 4, 2. If you're having trouble with this ball, this is a good time to have a small one. I happen to find this okay. You can stand up and do this as well. So if this is slipping out or it's just not working for you, I'm gonna show you the other one while you're working there from the floor. You can stand and squeeze and let go as well. I really love this one standing too. 3, 2, and 1. Good job. We're gonna put that ball away. All right, we're gonna come back down to the ground here with a little glute bridge. Feet flat on the floor. If you have a large arch here, I want you to pull it down just a little bit. Just a little, not a ton, just a little. Squeeze your glutes, lift and lower. We're just gonna go halfway here. I want you to feel your bottom squeezing. If you feel the top of your legs, I would advise you to go to my foam rolling and stretching video where you can release some of that or soften that up and try to get this to engage your glutes, okay? Up and down here, squeeze. We're trying to move better and move well, so we're wanting to be aware of these things that aren't activating and are. Right now my glutes are on, they're feeling great, they're there. 3, 2, and 1. Rest. Awesome. We're gonna come up, tap out again for those abductions. Go ahead and put that band on. If you miss a few seconds trying to get your band on, don't worry. Here we go. Because it's 40 seconds, so we're tapping out. I know it's hard to put our pants back on, okay? Sit down and get them on and then stand back up. All right, there we go. Out to the side. Now, what I see a lot at the gym when my clients, when I have them do this, is like a little dance move with this, a little side to side. I want you to stay upright. If I'm doing that, I'm using my body to push that band. We want our hips doing the work. So try to stay stationary through the trunk, through your upper body here. Just let the hips do the work. Yeah, it burns, but that's good. 3, 2, and 1. Rest. All right, we're gonna take that down. This is round 2 of what we did earlier, so we should kind of know what we're doing. We're gonna grab that ball. We're gonna do a double hand dead bug here, just holding. Woo! Press against the ball. I want that pressure so that you brace, okay? You're bracing across your transverse abdominis here, all right? And we're just gonna lower and up, all right? Whoo, here, when you do this, also think about drawing the belly button in and zipping it up. We have both going for us here. Give it pressure, draw it in. Good. Good, that's it. Keep breathing, drawing in and up. You got it. 3, 2, and 1. All right. Woo, that's a tough one and a good one. All right, we're gonna go with adduction. I'm gonna stay here. Again, this ball, a smaller ball, can be put between your knees for this. If you can hold on to that large ball, we're gonna use it. 3, 2, and 1. Squeeze 1, 2. Release. Squeeze 2, 2. Release. Don't rush this. Give it a good hug, like you wanna pop this ball. And release. Good. Ooh. We're halfway here. Keep working. This is really tough. You might have found a weak spot. This is why we're going through this. Sometimes, you know, we get onto these bigger moves and burning a lot of calories, and we kind of forget to reel it back and make sure that we don't have any weaknesses anywhere. All right, there we go. That's a rest. Put that away for me. We're going into that glute bridge. So we're gonna lay down here. 3, 2, and 1. Feet flat. You can be on your heels a little bit if you want, but we're just gonna squeeze and lift, squeeze and lift. Make sure we're feeling it in the bum, okay? Up and down. You don't have to go all the way down either. Maybe you just go halfway and up to stay really in those glutes. There you go. Good job. Good job. Squeeze and lift. Play with your tilt. Not everybody has an anterior tilt where our pelvis tips forward, but if you have a pretty big arch in your back, you might feel that. You can tuck a little bit, and you might notice that you're able to engage a little bit more through that glute. 3, 2, and 1. Rest. Okay, that got us through 2 sets of isolated work. We're gonna go through 1 set of kind of integrating all this together. Our first one's gonna be a bulldog leg extension. I'm gonna use my small ball on this because I'm not gonna be able to get in that position with this one. But we're gonna come to the floor and squeeze. Again, a soft foam roller, a yoga block, a pillow that you fold over, a towel, anything you can squeeze will help here. 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Extend. And lower. So here we have a nice core strength, and we're just adding in a little bit of adduction and the quads here, okay? Keep working for me. We're gonna be here for a few seconds. A little long here, a little long, about 40 seconds or so. A little over 40 actually. Just keep working. Hold at the top. Extend and squeeze at the knees, okay? Extend and squeeze. Feel those thighs working for you. Pull those shoulders out of the ears. If it gets to be too much, just go to this bulldog hold. 3, 2, and 1. Whew. Awesome. We're only doing it once, so you're okay. We're gonna grab our big ball now. So you're probably like, oh, so much equipment. I know, but it's good for us. It's what we need to kind of isolate here. We're gonna go with a bridge. Oh, eccentric hamstring curl. So we're gonna pull this in and on the floor, make sure the hips stay down. Follow me here. We're gonna pull in. We're gonna lift our hips and then push out nice and slow. All right, hips meet the ground. Draw the ball in, then lift and extend. Good, back down. Here we go, back in, hips are down. Lift, we're just doing that eccentric phase of the hamstrings here, so we're not contracting in. We're just getting, lifting and pushing out. There we go. In, up, and out. Nice work. We're working here. We're working slow, so we're working a little extra. This might be a little tough for you with the balance. Just do your best. Make it slow. Find control. 3, 2, and 1. All right, nice work. We have a lunge-lunge-squat to tie all these muscles in. We work the hips, we work the core. We're kind of all over here. And then we're gonna go ahead and find a little lunge-lunge-squat to draw all of this together, okay? So we're gonna step back, and then we're find a squat. 3, 2, and 1. Reverse lunge. Woohoo. reverse lunge, and then squat. All right, so we kind of isolated our quads. We isolated those hamstrings. If you want to add a little weight, you can here, but I'm going to save it for our next circuit, which is going to be kind of our main circuit here today. And squat. I'm going to go this way. That ball is in my way. There we go. And squat. Good. Now you're feeling all these muscles. They're coming together to do their jobs. We kind of just isolated them. Maybe you felt some discrepancies where things were weaker. I want you to focus on those. Add them to the end of our sessions. Add them to the beginning if they're not in there already. 3, 2, and 1. Or just add this workout as one of your lower workout days, okay? So that way you're still doing something good for your body that's going to benefit you in your other workouts. All right, we have a reverse crunch with adduction. You can use your small ball. I'm going to go with my big one. I've learned how to hug it with my inner legs here, lower legs and knees, but feel free to find a small ball. Again, a yoga block, a foam roller works for this. We're going to go into that reverse crunch with adduction, so I want pressure on the object that you're hugging, and we're just going to bring those hips up off the ground for that reverse crunch. Good. So a big inhale here. We're going to exhale, draw the belly button in, and zip it up into the ribs. We've been having some talks at the gym about pelvic floor too. Hard to go into that right now, but you can pull all the way up. So when you're pulling that belly button in, think about from the floor up underneath. Woo, there you go. But we're blowing that air out right here and then drawing it in and up. Nice work. All right, talk to me about that if you need. We have a goblet squat with a lateral step with the band. So we're getting our hips here. We're getting some added tension. You don't have to use a band if you're not there or you don't want to. I think I'm gonna go with a 25-pound weight just today, maybe 30 or 35. We have 3 rounds, we can play with it. We're gonna step to the right, squat, back up, step to the right, squat. Now, with this, we don't want to go too wide with our legs, because if I go too wide, the band pulls me in here, and that's not where I want my knees. I want my knees over those second and third toes. So we're talking hip width to shoulder width distance on your steps. They're not real large here. We're not talking sumo squats back and forth, but you feel how much the hips and the glutes engage on this squat now. Woo. Again, if you don't want to use the band today, no worries. But it is going to help us maintain good form and build up some of that hip strength. That's a rest, everybody. Put your weight down. We're going to take that band off. We have a side plank, more hip work. So just do your best. I think we're doing 2 sets. We might be doing 3 today. Just do your best. We'll talk about it as we get there. Let's start with bent knees. Here we go. We're going to lift and lower. All right, lift and lower into those hips here. Shoulders above elbow. Now, if that's too hard for you, just hold here for me. Start working on that. And you can lower it. Maybe you lift and hold it for 5 seconds and you give it a rest, okay? You do you. Modify to get there. We're going to just start with bent knees here. Woo! There we go. 3, 2, and 1. Rest. We're going to go to the other side. Let's talk form now that we got through that one. Bent knees, shoulder above elbow. Hips are forward, not hinged back, okay? Here we go. Lift and lower. We want to make sure that we're not pushing our hips behind our ribs, that they're all lined up here, that the hips are up. And it's just small lift and lower first here with bent knees. Again, if not, just try holding. If not, maybe we hold for a few seconds and we rest. And we give it as much as we can and we rest. All right, get there, just keep practicing. It will happen, it will get better. 3, 2, and 1, rest. All right. We have a kickstand hinge. I'm gonna go with my 25s on this one. We're gonna do right side, left side. We'll talk about balance later and maybe changing it up. So we're just gonna stagger our stance. Your right toe is just gonna be where your heel is on your left foot. Come up on that right toe. We're gonna push our hips back to kiss that wall and then come up to stand, all right? Shoulders stay down and back. We don't wanna round and reach this way. We're gonna pull the shoulders back and down out of our ears. Head stays neutral with the spine. as we push the hips back to kiss the wall. Woo! Here we go. We have 3 more seconds. We'll move to the other side. Halfway. So step back with that left foot. Right foot's out in front. All that work is being pushed into the right leg. Again, head follows the spine, right? Shoulders are down and back. Hips are hinging and pushing back towards the back wall. This is not a squat, it is a hinge. 5 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Nice work. Weights away. We have that reverse crunch with ADD, adduction. So I'm going to use my big ball again. Feel free to use a smaller ball there at the house. Again, a foam roller works nicely. It's just something to hug, give pressure, engage the inner thighs. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Hug it. A lot of times when we're doing this, we tend to kind of let go a little bit and just kind of hold the ball, not really thinking about it. I want you to give it a hug. I want you to squeeze it and maintain that hug and that squeeze. All right, we're inhaling here. As we tap those heels down, I want you to blow the air out and draw in at the navel and up. Woo, there you go. Good. That's it. Three, 2, and 1. Awesome work, team. All right, goblet squat with that band. I know I'm making you move a lot, but guess what? All of this keeps us younger, okay? It's gonna keep us younger. So that up, down, doing all this, just pause if you need a little more time. Goblet squat, I'm gonna go 30. Here we go, we're gonna step right and squat. Step right and squat. Remember, hip width to shoulder width apart. Call me out if I'm wrong here, but those knees should be out over the second, third toes. So we want to put some pressure on them when we're squatting. Well, not on our toes, but we want to put pressure on the band. Pressure is on the band, team. You got it. Back and forth. Woo. I'm just doing a couple. You can do 1 each direction. If you have space and you want to go 3, you can. But we want to make sure we show each side a little love. Woo, 3, 2, and 1. Rest. All right, for a low impact day, it's a good day. I feel this. All right, side plank. We're gonna do that hip abduction again. Hold it. Bring it up for a few seconds. Bring it down. You do you. I'm gonna try a straight leg on this. It's gonna be a little more difficult. We'll see. 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. I'm gonna lift and lower with that straight leg. If you lift and lower with that straight leg and you find that you're dipping, that you're having to do this, it's not your time. It's okay. All right, go back to that bent knee. Get the form. Always form first, okay? Just hold whatever you need to do here. Just a good side plank hold can be good enough. Ooh, we're doing a lot with the hips, so it might add up. 3, 2, and 1. All right, other side. Here we go. Elbow under shoulder, hips up, hips forward. 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Feels so good. I hope you're having a good day. I appreciate you showing up for this lower impact day of strength training, isolated moves, everything necessary to take you even further in those big high intensity workouts. Woo! 3, 2, and 1. Sorry, it starts to tickle. All right, we're gonna do a little hinge here again, that kickstand. If you wanna balance, and you're there, and you wanna go a little lighter with the weight and work balance, you can do that, okay? Instead of that kickstand, and I think I might go into that myself with some 20s. But remember, you can stay just with that kickstand if the balance isn't there. I'd rather you stay safe and stable. 3, 2, and 1. I'm gonna go into a little bit of a balance challenge here. Just depends on where you are today. And I will tell you, not Balance is a tricky thing. Some days it's great, some days it's not so great. And I tell my clients, let's switch legs. That a lot of times we just kind of dump our belly. We forget about our core as we're doing this. We're just working on movement. But before you go into this, just draw to kind of blow your air out. Draw in and up at the core, at the belly button there, and then try it. And you'll be surprised at how much more stable you become by thinking about your core muscles here. Gosh, we just did 2 rounds, huh? We're done here. 3, 2, and 1. All right, that's a cool down. Okay, team, great job. Just 2 sets there. But listen, if you have the time and you have the energy, go back and repeat that 1 more time. It's not gonna hurt you as long as you feel that you are there, okay? Otherwise, this has been a great session for you today. I advise you to get out, get moving, do something that gets you on your feet a little bit more, okay? Let's go ahead and stretch. We'll come to the floor to start this stretching. We'll start with our hip flexors. All right, so we'll work around the hips a little bit. We're gonna go ahead, half kneeling position, tuck your pelvis just a bit, slide forward so you start to feel that stretch right in that front of the hip to maybe thigh area, okay? We have that. We're gonna reach up and over into a side bend now. And sometimes in our side bend, we just kind of fall forward this way. Really want you to focus on pulling this rib, the bottom rib, over, okay? So your left rib's up and just getting that good reach and stretch. Yay! It's there. Nice work. Let's switch to the other side. Half kneeling position, a small tuck in that pelvis just a little bit, and push forward. Feel the stretch. Oh, feel the stretch. Yes. Notice the difference, okay? Each side of my body is feeling something totally different today. Let's do a side bend up and over that knee. So notice I'm stretching over the knee. Find your breath. Great job. Let's go to the floor. We'll go ahead and get those quads. We're going to lie down on our stomach. Grab either the tab of your shoe here, the back of your shoe, maybe it's your shoelaces for that quad stretch. If you need a deeper stretch, you're going to come up high with me, push away from the floor, and stretch here. Nice work. We're breathing. Release. Other side. And again, all these workouts, come back to them, go with your flow of energy, but don't neglect these exercises, okay? They may not be your high calorie burn day, and I know where we are, but very important to stay strong, stable, sturdy, injury-free for your other workouts. So don't neglect it. Use it on a day that you are feeling kind of tired or low energy, but you want to do something that benefits your health, okay? This be a good one to turn up to. Go for a walk afterwards, okay? Make it a good day of movement, something that helps you move better, but that isn't going to exhaust you or make you tank for the day. All right, nice work there. Let's see, we did hips. Let's go into outside hips here. A couple different ways to do this. Let's just sit down. I have so many that I want to share with you and love. So many. We're going to bring that right foot up over that left leg. I want you to sit tall. Oh, the Z sit. I tell you what, there's so many. We're just going to hug that leg though, and then feel that outside hip stretch. Great job. Boy, we don't have much time. I could be here all day with you. 30 minutes though, we're just showing up. We're doing something good for our body each day. Again, there's a time and place for the high intensity strength workouts, with the cardio. There's a time and place for this as well. All right, everything that we do betters our health, so don't leave out those things. Don't leave out flexibility. Let's switch here because my timer's saying it's time, but we got to get the other side. Sit tall. Here we go. Hug it out. Anyways, again, there's a lot of different areas that help us move better and feel better. Part of that is stretching, flexibility, nutrition, sleep, hydration, strength, There's so much, okay? And you're thinking, I can't fit it all in, but you can. You can. So this here is one that you can do on a day that the energy's not there. Add it in. Put it in there as your low intensity day. And feel better overall, right? You're gonna feel better overall. All right, that's it. I've done enough talking. I really appreciate you showing up today. I enjoyed this one with you so much. And I hope you noticed that it can be challenging and satisfactory without the high intensity, right? So I'll see you next time. Let me know if you have any questions at all right? Have a fabulous day. Bye-bye.